So you want to make money in the music industry. My name's Henry with a 3 because Henry with an E was already taken. And let me tell you, I've been pursuing a full-time career in music for over 8 years now, and it's not an easy feat whatsoever. But what got me started in the very beginning and what got me the best money the quickest was learning to become a competent recording engineer, because all artists are looking for a good engineer that can sit in the studio, vibe with them, and get them the product that they hear in their head out into the computer. Recording engineering is one of the best tools you can have. It helped me be able to quit my job, and I'm gonna give you some tips now on how to be the best recording engineer that you can be. Let's get into it.
Hit the button cause I'm trying to get my subs up. I know you feeling this, so hit it with a thumbs up.
Today's Black T-shirt brought to you by Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Pizza Party. Shout out to the guy who paid like 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. Don't be like him, guys. Buy the dip and hold. Let's dive right into tip number 1 on how to be a successful recording engineer and make some money in the process. And it's gonna be understanding expectations, because nothing is gonna help you get the job done better than actually understanding what the artist wants. It's very difficult to deliver and to have good results and see success and get repeat business if you're not 100% clear on what the artist is expecting and what they want out of the session. So this is something you should do before the session even starts. Get them on the phone, send a voice message, send a video message, whatever you gotta do to really understand and chop it up with them, get an idea of what they want before they come in, and you'll have a much smoother time trying to achieve that result for them. Tip number 2 is going to be creating a comfortable space for your artist to feel comfortable in and to be able to get vulnerable and share their art in. This is very, very important for creatives, because nothing kills a creative buzz quicker than being in an uncomfortable place. So what does this mean? You need to know who your artists are, what kind of stuff they like to have around, what kind of vibes they like, and you need to go all in on having all of that stuff for them in every single session. So maybe they like candles. I have some candles I like to keep for certain artists. I have lights that change colors, and every artist that comes in, I have a preset for the colors that I know they like. So when they walk in the door, I've already got their colors ready to go, and they step in and they're in their vibe and they're ready to work. It makes them feel comfortable. Maybe your artists are smokers. Maybe you want to have some trees ready, maybe some backwoods set out or what have you.
You want to get high?
Maybe they're a drinker. Maybe they like wine. You could have a nice bottle in the fridge ready to go. Maybe they just need to have some warm water with some honey or some tea to get their voice right. Whatever it is super important that you create a comfortable space for this artist to be comfortable in and to feel like they can open up and share whatever it is they've been working on comfortably. Tip number 3, and yes, we hold our 3s up like this, is be professional. Can we just be professional, people? Can we take this seriously? Okay? I know we're all having a good time, you know? We're not corporate types. We don't get up and wear suits and show up to the session with the invoice in hand, ready to go. But would it kill you to be on time, or maybe even be a little early to every session? I think the artist would appreciate it. Maybe you get the beat that they're gonna work on in advance, and when they walk in the door, you've already got it loaded up, you've got the tempo, and you've got the key of the auto-tune if they need it, ready to go. It's about being professional and making an artist feel like you're taking them seriously. Because if you want them to take you seriously and keep giving you money, you have to take them seriously. So treat it like a business, but don't forget to have fun, be professional, have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Tip number 4, maybe the most important tip that has definitely helped me and that multiple people have told me is something they really appreciate about me, is paying attention and get into it. Get into the work. Maybe you don't even like the artist. Maybe you really hate the actual song that you're working on. Maybe it's not your style. You don't see any potential in it at all. It does not matter if you want to continue to make money doing this. You have to get into the song. You have to be present in every second of the session. You cannot be hitting record, going on your phone, waiting for them to say something, going on your phone, move the track, going on your phone, go piss for 5 minutes, go smoke a cigarette for 10 minutes. The artist wants to feel like you're there with them, like you're in the session, participating, trying to make the song as good as possible. So pay attention, try and make the most out of it, even if it's not your vibe of song. Get into it, the artist will notice, they will appreciate it, and they will come back for more business, and you can make some more money, because that's what we're doing here, right? Tip number 5 is gonna piggyback off of tip number 4, but take it even a step further. It's being a vocal producer and learning everything you can about vocal production. Most artists don't have a dedicated vocal producer. They have the guy sitting in the chair pressing record. This is not something that you're probably gonna get points on the master for. You're probably not gonna get a percentage of the publishing. You're probably not gonna get any extra cash, but the best recording engineers these days double as vocal producers. So anytime I'm in a session, I'm constantly listening to what the artist is doing, and I'm making suggestions, and I'm working together to figure out how we can get the best possible vocals. Some things I do as a vocal producer are taking words out of lines to make them flow better, rearranging entire parts of the song, having them try it in a different tone of voice, maybe adding layers in certain parts, taking certain parts out. Stuff like this that shows that you're really listening and you're trying to help them achieve the best possible result and actually caring about what the vocals sound like, not just getting your hourly rate and calling it a day. Really being there and working with the artists and not expecting anything in return is something that I attribute a lot of my success to. Tip number 6 for becoming a successful recording engineer and hopefully making some money in the process is going to be speed. You have got to be fast.
Is there anyone out there who wants to go fast?
I'm talking about practice, practice, practice your DAW. Master whatever program it is you are working in. Learn every single key command that's relevant to what you're doing, and recognize some of the things that artists tend to ask for and have them loaded up, ready to go. Have a nice template that has a lot of the common things an artist might ask for ready to load up. Oh, you want some extra reverb on that vocal? I have a bus ready to go. All I gotta do is turn the bus up a little bit. Now you've got reverb on that. Oh, you wanna get that one again? Boom. Within half a second, they're getting it again. I've had many artists come to me saying, wow, I didn't know it was possible to move through sessions like this. My other guy is super slow and I didn't even know it. Don't be like the other guy. Don't be like the other guy. Be the guy that's flying through the sessions and facilitating the vibes at a rocket pace. Tip number 7 is a tricky one, but it's very important. And a lot of you might not want to be mix engineers. You might just want to be recording engineers or producers that are good at recording. But having the cleanest possible rough mix you can give an artist is super duper important to your success as a recording engineer. You don't have to have a full-blown, finished, polished, mastered song by the time they walk out of the studio, but you want to be able to have it as good as possible so that when they're in the car on the way home doing the car tests, they're bumping to it and they're saying, this sounds really good. I've had artists come to me saying, wow, you know, I recorded this song with someone else and I got it mixed and mastered, but we just redid it here and your rough version sounds better than my mixed and mastered version. And if you think those people are ever going back to the old engineer over me, you're hugely mistaken. Mixing and mastering is honestly a rabbit hole I don't recommend you go down unless you absolutely have to. But you do need to know enough to get the vocal clear and clean enough that they can hear it and decide if they want to redo anything later. And you need to get your mix loud enough where they don't have to crank it all the way up to hear it. Tip number 8, and my final tip on how to be a successful recording engineer and hopefully make some money in the process, is going to be going the extra mile. And I'm sorry if this is sounding like a motivational meme right now, but it's very important when it comes to an artist remembering you, noticing you, wanting to work with you again, and referring you to other artists. Because at the end of the day, that's the number one way your business is gonna grow. You need referrals. So what does this mean for a recording engineer? Maybe the artist did a third verse on the song and they got home and listened to it and decided they hated it, it wasn't necessary, and they text you, yo, that third verse is trash, we gotta take that off. You could wait until the next session to do it. You could wait until you're back on the clock. Or you could sit down right then and there and edit the song for them and send it to them. It's not gonna take that long, and they're gonna appreciate it, and they're gonna remember it. And what else are you doing? Smoking weed and jerking off? This is a service industry. You wanna serve these people, you wanna make them happy, they're your clients. So they'll keep spending money with you as long as they're happy, and if you're going the extra mile for them, they'll continue to do that. Maybe the artist loves the song and they're ready to get it mixed and mastered, and they need you to send the stems to the mix engineer. Do it as soon as you can. Make a nice tidy package. I like to do dry stems and wet stems, just in case, all labeled, ready to go, so the mix engineer can do his job as easy as possible. It's the little things, it's the details that make you stand out, even if they don't notice at first. As soon as they go try and work with someone else and they're not getting the same level of service, they're gonna miss you and they're gonna wanna come give you more money. One quick bonus tip for you guys, because I love you and I want you to be as successful as possible. Record everything.
Everything?
Everything. If an artist says, I'm about to go in the booth and record, I hit record before they even stand up. If an artist says, just play that last one back for me, I just want to hear that, don't record this, I hit record. If I have to go to the bathroom, I hit record. If an artist needs 20 minutes and says, yeah, just loop the beat for me, I gotta write this last part, I'm loop recording the entire thing. I don't care if they don't say anything for an hour. I'm recording all of it because you never know what's gonna happen. I can't explain it fully, but there's a different vibe when an artist doesn't really think they're being recorded. The pressure is off and they kind of are more open and free to do stuff they might not normally do. And a lot of it turns out to be gold. Some of the most beautiful moments in sessions come from when an artist is just messing around, doesn't think they're being recorded, does something incredible, and then I play it back for them. And they say, I didn't even know you were recording. I love that. Let's use that. Let's keep that. It's a beautiful thing, I promise you. And on the flip side of that, some of the worst moments in sessions are when an artist is messing around, does something incredible, and says, oh, that was hard. Did you record that? And you have to be like, ooh, can you do it again? Don't be that guy. Record everything. It doesn't take up that much hard drive space. We're not shooting 4K video here. We're working with audio. Get an external hard drive if you have to. It's worth it to always be recording. Hit that button. Don't miss a thing. I hope this video was helpful for anyone that wants to be a recording engineer, already is and wants to get their chops up, or for producers that just want to get better at recording and working with artists. These techniques have helped me enormously over the years, and I'm confident that if you implement all of them, you can find success as well. So please like this video, comment down below, subscribe. If you have any ideas for future videos, I'm always open to hearing them. And until next time, 3 out.
I'm on the tube, yeah. I'm on the tube, whoa. I'm on the tube,